Here we go. I'm gonna rank them
The Cold Wind Farm.
based on how I liked the fight itself and the boss, not how many times I died. Blaze. And I feel like I had stronger opinions of the bosses in this game than I did in Dark Souls 3. But that might have been because in Dark Souls 3 I was just figuring out the game. And in this one, probably I already understood, just the mechanics felt a little different. So then I was kind of paying attention more to how they made the bosses. And how the fights felt. Yeah. Okay. Lechuga! Here we go. Lechuga! Nerd. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, I'll just do it in order from left to right. Okay. Four Kings, I felt like this fight was a little frustrating to figure out, but overall it was not an exciting fight. I'm gonna put it here. But it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst. It just wasn't that exciting. Alright. Gaping Dragon. This one, once I figured out, it was a really slow fight. It was a long one, but I was pretty proud of myself. But I think visually it was pretty cool to look at. But it was a long fight. Oh yeah. You don't know if you agree with B? Why is that, Mort? For the Four Kings? Solid A, agree. Yeah, it was a long fight. You could tell they put a lot into it. I enjoyed the fight, but I felt like it was kind of long, but it was really cool to see. So I liked it. I liked the fight. Bed of Chaos is a solid S. Belgica. What's wrong with you? Okay. Great Grey Wolf Sif. I felt like this fight was really easy, and the cutscene was cool that I got. I liked it. I felt like I had run into the wolf like before I saved them. Cutscene was cool. I think they led into the fight really well, but the fight was really easy. All you have to do is hang out inside their legs. And that's it. You just hang out in their legs. That's it. That's all you do. I think I beat that fight on the second try. You just hang out in their legs. That's it. I don't know. You think I should put him B? That's harsh. Okay. I appreciated the fight. But I don't know. I felt like... Like, I didn't struggle on Gaping Dragon either, but I liked what they put into the fight a little... I don't know, it was more challenging in, like, a fun way. And I felt so proud of myself when I found a way to deal with it. Sif was a good boy. Okay, Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. I felt so freaking good about myself when I beat this. But, like... should you just be able to parry a boss to nothingness? Was the gagging dragon the thunder one that kept killing you? The gagging dragon. The gaping dragon? Jin's a gimmick. Yeah. It's like if... Gwyn. That really was a typo. Makes me wonder what you type more often. Okay, hold on. Dragon the Kip? No. I think you found my stream when I was fighting Calamite, yeah. When you were here, when you got here, I was way past Gaping Dragon. Okay, yeah, Gwyn. I think... I don't know. I think I can appreciate that they made this fight especially challenging if you never learned to parry. And it forced me to learn a new aspect of the game to do the fight. It forced me. So I'm gonna put A. And it was visually very nice to look at. I liked the music. I felt really good about being forced to learn a new skill. I can see someone that already knew how to parry not ranking them here and maybe putting them lower. But because I was forced to learn to do this fight because even with the fast dodge, I could not do it, I had to learn. And it made me feel really good. So I'm gonna put them A because it's my experience. Because I'm basing this on how I liked the fight. I'm gonna play Doing Coke. You let me know how that goes. I'm gonna play Dark Souls 3. Souls games, but I'm not super knowledgeable. I played these games without looking anything up. I got very small tidbits of information that sometimes I didn't even listen to in chat. So I think you don't need information to play the games. It would just be helpful, but you could totally do it. I think you should go play Dark Souls 3. I loved Dark Souls 3. Okay, Iron Golem. This fight was alright. This fight was alright. I was really taken aback by like when he just fell off all of a sudden because what I staggered him and then he fell. I was really shocked, but I don't think this fight was thrilling. Moonlight Butterfly sucked butt crack. Okay, so Nito was really cool. It was a really fun fight to try and learn. He felt intense, and I felt proud of myself when I finally beat him. Wanted to argue against giving Gwyn an A, but your argument is rock solid. Yeah, I mean, like, I could, like, for real. I'm basing, my tier list is on my experience in the fight, not, like, the quality of what the devs put into the fight. To the boss and the fight and the music. It's my experience. I did not learn how to parry in Dark Souls 3. I did not learn how to parry in Dark Souls Remastered. I was forced to learn for this fight, and I applaud the devs on making me learn how to do something very challenging to beat that fight. I think it was great. Okay, Ornstein and Smough. This fight was a lot of fun. It was extremely stressful. I wish I had the opportunity to do this fight twice so that I could get both the items. But I like that I got to see two different cutscenes depending on how I handled the fight, and overall it was a lot of fun. It was a good fight. Scream! Hey! How's it going? Nito is S! And you rank it as D. Why? What's your reasoning? What is why D for you? Gwyn took Bionics 3 days. I was so hopeful for him when I was in his stream. I was so hopeful. I was like, please. Please. I watched every single one that I could. I was up moving, and every single time he started the next fight, I was like, over here watching like, you could do it. You could do it. But at a certain point, I could tell he was over the fight and he was just talking, and I was still hopeful he was gonna beat it, but even I know when I'm distracted, I'm not doing well in fights either. I wanted him to beat it so bad. I'm gonna have to go back and scrub his VODs to see when he beat it. Okay, Pinwheel, this fight was really lame. It was just a gimmick. Just pick the one. It wasn't hard to get at them and hit them. Just make sure you pick the right one and that's it. It was really boring. I did not like Pinwheel. I didn't think it was a great boss. Just a broken boss, in my opinion. It's always my second or first boss soul because he's just so... Yeah, it was definitely a tough fight. I thought it was a challenging fight, but I could see what you're saying. I could see it. Okay. Gene! How's it going? How are you? Oh, no, it's not A tier? Disagree. What? I don't feel blown away by the fight, though. Like, my experience with the fight, I don't feel blown away. I don't feel like it was an overwhelming experience. It was just a really good one. So, for me, I put them in A. That's my least favorite fight in Dark Souls history. Because it's just broken and unfair, in my opinion. Like, I generally really enjoy Bed of Chaos because it's the funniest. What? I don't know if we could be friends, Scream. I'm kidding. I did not like Bed of Chaos, but I'm not. I'll give my opinion in depth when I get there. Okay, see the scaleless. This fight was meh. It was just you'll struggle if you don't hit the thing in the back. If you hit the thing in the back, just be careful and chase it. Chase a leg. Nah. Asylum Demon. I hated all of these fights. Stray Demon. Where's the other one? These ones are terrible. They're just copy paste. They're not difficult. They're just dorky. Where's the other one? There's 3 of them, right? There's 3 of those. I can't see. Demon Fire Sage. Yeah, it was that one, right? Demon Fire Sage. That's a 3. Asylum Demon, Stray Demon, Demon Fire Sage. All they did was just put fire on him and call him a different boss. It was poop. Hate. Second phase of Ornstein instead of Swamp is amazing. Which one did I get? I think I did both of them though, but I don't remember which one I beat. I think I'm just really I stopped reading all the reallys. I'm just throwing in my own really used to this game. Yeah, this was my first playthrough. So this is my opinion on all of the fights based on how I enjoyed them in my first playthrough. I can imagine though, I think after I go through and replay these, it'll be different. Like, I could see this being different with different playthroughs. Like my 3rd, 4th playthrough. Especially once I've done different play styles. And I'm even curious to know how I would see this differently. Say I did mostly magic or like a combo. Like, how would I feel about the fights then? I'm not sure. Yeah, first playthrough versus 200th playthrough. Yeah, very big difference. Your nose is making me uncomfortable. Good. Means I'm doing my job. You see a boss that I've played over 200 plus times that I can say my opinions after doing all this so many times. Yeah, definitely your opinion will really be different than mine. I could see that. Tourist Demon. It was an alright fight. It wasn't memorable, but it wasn't the worst. Bed of Chaos. Nothing is on my face. I need an adult. Where's your mom? My mom lives states away. Make an F tier. I would like... Can I add more? I'm using a public... Am I able to edit this? I do think it deserves F. Like, it's awful. Fair! Bit of chaos. Yeah, definitely. Also the bottom. Artorias, yes! I loved this fight. It was so much fun. It was so challenging. It was readable and challenging at the same time. Like, I knew what I needed to do, but to do it was so challenging and fun to try and figure out. And it had like a smoothness to it. And it was so like... Ah! It felt unrelenting in a very fun way. I loved it. I beat ONS in 2 minutes and 32 seconds today. See, look, you're timing yourself. Our opinions are way different. Your opinion matters more. Easy. What do you mean? I don't think my opinion matters more. Maybe my nose opinion. Mort likes it. Okay. Artorias is your favorite boss in Soulsborne history? I really enjoyed it. It was probably one of the more memorable ones, even from Dark Souls 3. Like, it was definitely one of the more memorable ones. Alright. Black Dragon Calamite. I think this was a very good fight. It was... Once I figured it out, I felt smooth sailing, like, I'm gonna get there, I just need to not get hit because I'm bad at not getting hit, but I know what to do. And it was fun and challenging. And I like that they kind of... They made it possible to find the fight before, but not possible to do the fight. For my playstyle, I'm sure it was still possible somehow, some way. But for the way that I chose to play the game, it was not possible. So it was good. I like that they added a little challenge to even starting the fight. It was good. Okay, Manus. Something felt bugged about this fight. It was a good fight, but it was really, really challenging. I did not mean to let go. I'm not... This was a good fight. But there's something about the way that even when I'm dodging, he still hit me. Like, no matter how much I dodged, no matter how I tried to change my timing, I tried doing it early, I tried doing it when I felt like I was supposed to, I tried waiting until last minute, and no matter what, I got hit. I tried going in different directions, I got hit. The only time that it seemed fine was like when I made an obnoxious amount of distance and then would hit his hand, but then eventually he would get me anyways, and that would take way too long to keep up. And the boss arena was small, so that was difficult to keep up too. I kept getting stuck at the edge of the arena. I don't know. This was a very thrilling and challenging fight, but it just felt like something wasn't right. I'm gonna go A. I want to put it in S, but it felt like something wasn't right. Like, I could not dodge. And he turned, like, he would turn with me mid-dodge. Well, what's the point of dodging? Thought you were gonna drop in A. It's B for me? Why is it B for you more? What's different? What was different about the fight for you? Favorite thing about Artorias' fight is that he's fighting you at 50%. Oh yeah, and then if you let him like power up, then the fight is just so much more impossible. I felt defeated in that fight if I let him power up. So the second that I saw him go like whatever he did, that's my interpretation. Like if I saw him do that and I wasn't able to stop it, I was like, I'm not capable of this fight. That fight was really challenging, but in such a fun way. Hey yo, something different about you, but you look really good. Did you get a haircut? No, I haven't cut my hair in a very long time. I need to though. My husband asked me what I did to my face, and I reassured him that nothing was on my face. Yep. Sanctuary Guardian. This fight was meh. I think it was visually very cool, but the experience was the same crap. Just hug his butt and you got it. I think if the fight is hug their butt and you got it, You just hug their butt and you got it. Or you keep distance and then just smash their face when they do their thing. I think for this one I was able to hug their butt, but I found it easier to just keep distance in front of them and smash their face. Bell Gargoyle. This one was this was one of my first fights. It wasn't super exciting. It was just a little challenging for me to try to deal with both of them at the beginning of the game when the game feels different than Dark Souls 3, and I came from playing Dark Souls 3. So I want to put it in B because it wasn't super great, but it wasn't bad. It was like a good intro to the a different kind of boss in the game. Because at first you run into, which one is it? Asylum Demon? It's one of these terrible ones. Asylum Demon, I think. At first you run into Asylum Demon and he's kind of dorky, but like, whatever. And then you make your way through the game. I think you find like Taurus Demon or something. And then you find Bell Gargoyles. And these guys are different. And they're interesting. And I liked it. But it wasn't a great fight. It was just interesting. It was different. I liked it. Your mom times 2. No, your mom times 3. It's very funny how I'm like, what? How could you not deal with the 2 enemies at once? But then I remember that I fought these bosses a lot of times that I have their attack patterns in my brain permanently. Yeah, oh yeah, you're over there arguing with yourself about my decisions. But there's first experience versus millionth experience, you know? It's like people that just know how to work on cars versus someone that is trying to do an oil change for the first time. And they're like, oh wait, I need to do this. Ah, it's all the way down here. I need this tool? What? You know? Different experiences. Capra Demon? This fight was poop. I think they were jerks on purpose and stuck me in a small little room. They were jerks on purpose and stuck me in a small little room with this boss when I still wasn't super comfortable with the game yet. And then on top of that, they put the dogs in there. And that's just awful. And then I learned afterwards that you can just stand on a ledge and like throw stuff at him and he can't get to you. What? I did not like this fight. Ceaseless Discharge. I feel like I have more negative opinions of these fights than positive. Okay. Capra Demon is the worst boss in Souls history next to Nito. I will punch his cow edgy ass to the death. What the heck? I did not like it. But I felt good when I finally did it because of how stupid the fight was. So I don't really want to put it at D because I found the situation that they put me in frustrating in a way that I felt like, I gotta figure this out. How am I supposed to do this? Because there's the dogs. I think I tried blocking. I got stuck in the stupid corner a few times. There was multiple times I ran in and like died the second that I got through the freaking fog door because I got mauled. And then just trying to figure out how to survive in the room. And then finally figuring out how to at least not die the second that I got in the room, like running up the stairs. And trying to kill the dogs while he was also trying to get... It was just, I felt good when I finally beat it. So, I don't want to completely put it in D, because I felt good when I finally beat it. But when I think about the fight itself, it's just stupid. Okay, Ceaseless Discharge. Poop. Just that's all that needs to be said. You can run from one end to the other and cause him to fall. Poop. Okay. Centipede Demon. This fight was also poop. You just avoid the hit and hit in a very non-complicated way. It did not feel like a boss fight. It felt like an annoying mini-boss. Chaos Witch Quailag. This fight was fun. It was extremely challenging. I was confused when I finally figured out the one little spot that was like doable. I was like, yes! I'm so proud of myself. And she has no nipples. And it's weird to look at. I really liked that fight. It was frustrating. It was fun. Trying to think of anything more I could say. It left a good impression on me. Visually, it was really interesting. It was creative and different. It was not a copy-paste. I felt proud when I beat the fight. Yeah. Crossbreed Priscilla, this one was okay. I was confused. And then I don't understand why she became visible to me. I found this fight confusing, but I was happy to get past it. It wasn't the worst. It was creative. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Spent a lot of time playing Slay the Spire. What's Slay the Spire? I'm not familiar with that. Put the Copper Demon in Z tier. Screw that boss and the two dumb dogs he rode in on. It's not the greatest fight. Yeah. Yeah. If you pull hard enough. Is it grippable? Wait. Be right back, you gotta eat. I will be here. Okay. This one was so great. It was really cool. Dark Sun Gwendolyn. Sorry. Not this one. Dark Sun Gwendolyn was a great fight. It was challenging. It felt like a race. It was different. It was really intense. It was very dark. I liked the cutscene. I feel like it had like such a big build-up. Like I killed the booba lady, and all of Anor Londo went dark, and then just making my way down there, and I don't know, the whole thing was it had like a really good build-up to it, and then the fight itself was intense and challenging, and once I figured out all of the timing and what worked and didn't work, I felt pretty good about myself.